Hello and welcome to this video. My name's David Dawn and you are watching David's Videos. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 8 easy tips that you can use to learn German and also how you can avoid making mistakes while speaking the German language. So by the end of this video, you will gain some new important skills that you can use in daily life whilst living in Germany. And most importantly, how you can become a better German speaker. Thinking that you can learn a language perfectly in a short amount of time is not going to help you. Learning a language is a daily struggle, and for that reason it's beneficial to keep these tips in mind all of the time. Also, remember, we're trying to avoid making mistakes. Now, in order to learn from your mistakes, you've got to make the mistakes first. Stop. I am by far not qualified to teach you German. This video is just there to show you the mistakes that I made and make every single day whilst living in Germany and speaking German. Now, I am not perfect, but these tips that I'm giving you are well thought out and they are what I use to speak German a little bit better than what I did the day before. And I have asked other people about how my German is, what's good and what's bad, and I've had some critical feedback about it, which I've got to learn from as well. So some of these points are based upon the research that I did, asking other people how my German is. So let's continue. And also, for the people I did ask, thank you very much for your points. I used to go to the bakery every single day to buy my bread rolls for lunch. And I would go to the counter and say, 3 bread rolls, please. And she'd bring me back 2 bread rolls. And I'll be like, no. 3 bread rolls, please. And then she would give me the 3. This can destroy your confidence every single day if someone cannot understand a simple sentence that you say. Now, how did I solve this? I practiced the sentence every single day until she would give me the 3 bread rolls and understand me. So, tip number 1 is to practice pronouncing simple sentences that you can use on a daily basis. Now, if you don't want to speak German and you're not going to, at least try to find one sentence that you can use every single day and keep doing it until you can master it. That will help you to build confidence with speaking German every day. And at least you will know that you can go to the bakery in the morning, say one sentence, and that someone will understand you. There we go. Tip number 1, done. Tip number 2 is for you to watch and listen to more German TV programs, radio stations, and also the news. This will help you to recognize the words that you hear frequently and also you know which words you need to learn. Now, you might not think so, but you do have a super powerful brain. Your brain is listening and saving every single word that you hear. The only thing that you've got to do is find out what the translation is for that word and then make sure you say it and link it together with this word. And over time, you will know what this word means automatically because it's stored in your brain. There we go. That's tip number 2. Done. So, tip number 3 is learning from your mistakes by listening to the words that you've said, listening to the sentences you've said and working out which words you said wrong. Also, learning from the facial reactions that you get from other people when you speak to them. And finally, understanding what the person did to assist you to complete the sentence. Which words did they use? Were there new words that you didn't know about? And if there were, make sure you ask them what that word meant. And if they could help you to restructure the sentence if they are kind enough to do so. So there we go. Tip number 3, done. So tip number 4 is interlinked with tip number 3. This is you practicing all of the things that you have written down during the day and week in front of the mirror. Also, having simple conversations with yourself at home about the different topics that you find hard during the day. Now, if you've got friends, colleagues, co-workers, or other people that you know that can correct the German sentences that you have and also give you kind of a little bit of a variation in how you could say them. There could also be other words that you don't understand. This is the time then to note down what they do mean and if there are different various ways of saying them. Practicing these things in the mirror will give you confidence in saying them. It will also help you to listen to the mistakes that you are making. I did this all the time at home, and before you knew it, I was actually thinking in German. I started thinking, I don't want to think in German, I want to think in English. But it assisted me to know what I was supposed to say before I said it. And over time, I actually didn't have this anymore because I could just fluently say the sentences. Just like going to the bakery, over time, I'd practiced pronouncing these sentences all the time that the people would understand me and I would get my 3 bread rolls, not 2. So there we go. Tip number 4 is to practice all of the stuff that you have learned in the week, all the mistakes that you have made in the week in front of the mirror so you can start thinking in German, which will then speed up the thought process and you will become more fluent in German. There we go. Tip number 4, done. If you want to improve your German, then learning German from non-native German speakers is not going to help you get better. Try and find an intelligent native German speaker that will actively assist you to become better at the German language. Now, the level of German is going to be so much higher, and also you will be listening to correctly spoken German sentences, and possibly the person will be able to correct you when you do make mistakes. When I worked for a German software company, I asked the owner that all of the employees would only speak German with me, and for them, it was super fine. I came home with a headache nearly every single day because it put me outside of my comfort zone and it was super difficult. But on a daily basis, my German improved, and over months, it improved by tenfold, and years even further. So there we go. I can promise you, practice does make perfect, but it's all about finding the correct people that you can learn German with. So there we go. Tip number 5 is learning German from the correct people and try avoid learning bad habits on the way. So tip number 5, avoid bad habits. Done. So if you are new to Germany or living in Germany or just want to become better at speaking the German language, then either way, I would highly recommend enrolling yourself for a German language course. In the beginning, I used English as my primary language, which was fine, but after a while, I wanted to earn a little bit more money. So I contacted the Arbeitsamt and requested for them to support me whilst I was enrolled on a German language course. Now, long story short, I received support for all of my expenses to be paid whilst I went from Monday to Friday, 8 till 12, to the local Volkshochschule in my town to then sit with a qualified teacher learning German on an A2 course. This meant I was forced to sit in a classroom every single day with around 10 other people learning German from a qualified teacher. When I say forced to, is that the teacher actually had to write down on a list and give it to the Arbeitsamt saying you were actually there. And if you weren't, the Arbeitsamt would stop paying for your support. So it was basically like going back to school. Apart from that, the benefit here is that you sit in a classroom with a teacher using proven books that everyone in Germany uses to learn the A2 German course. And this teaches you the fundamentals that you need in order to get by in your workplace and also complete simple tasks. I really enjoyed this time and met some super nice people that I still have contact today. So if any of you are watching, hi! My knowledge of German was higher than what I thought, but there was still lots of room for improvement, and after the 6 months, my German was a lot better. So, thumbs up there. So, tip number 6 is enroll yourself for a German language course run by a German teacher to better your German. There we go. Tip number 6, German language course. Done. This one isn't going to be possible for everyone because you're going to need people that live with you at home, specifically your children or children from other people that live in the same home as you. Now, during the time that I was doing my German language course, I saw my son every single day when he got picked up from kindergarten, and also he lived with me on the weekends. Children are so fantastic at teaching you the German language because they come home from school and all they want to do is tell you about what they've done at school that one day. And then when you don't understand what they've said, you've got to look it up on the dictionary or on the internet and find out what they have said. Now, in some circumstances, I then needed to phone his mum to find out what exactly he was trying to say to me. And he wasn't the one that was incorrect. It was me not understanding them. I didn't speak German with him a lot when he was young. Actually, I hardly spoke any German with him at all. At some times, I didn't have a clue what he was talking about, so I had to get him to describe the stuff to me so then I could work it out. I still say words and sentences that I learned from my son when he was younger, because these are so vital part of my life and they're memories that include my son. Of course I'm going to remember them. It's funny, actually, because over the last few weeks where I've been researching the ideas for these videos, I've been speaking with other people about their thoughts about my German and things that I could make better. And they pointed out a couple of sentences that I say today that are incorrect. I mentioned to them that these were sentences that I learned when my son was just small. Now, they were so important memories to me that I kept using them. Now, today, I don't say them anymore. I've corrected them because people have pointed those things out to me. But regardless of the fact, they're still super lovely memories for me because they include my son and he helped me to learn them. Now, I didn't really speak any German with my son at all, mainly because I didn't want to give him any of my terrible bad habits that I had in speaking German. Instead, I spoke English with him because I wanted to give him that English knowledge, and now he's bilingual and can speak German and English, so it's perfect. So tip number 7 is to speak with your family and your children as much as possible in German so they can make fun of your German and you can learn from it. There we go. Tip number 7, let your children make fun of you. Done. Like most people, they listen to the radio or music on YouTube or the internet, Spotify, you name it, it doesn't matter. Everyone loves music. I love music, and there's a whole bunch of different artists that I love to hear and listen to from a young age. In order for me to be able to listen to music and also learn German at the same time, I found some German artists where I liked the music that they made. And whilst I was working as a software developer or at home, I then listened to German music. This allowed me to listen to words pronounced in German and also to learn the sentences, because over time when you listen to the same songs you tend to learn the lyrics, and then if you sing along a little bit you learn to pronounce the words because you can follow how the artist is singing the music. Now, if you take this to an extreme and start singing in the shower, singing in the car, and listening to the music all the time, then you really start learning the words. Now, being a fanatic Borussia Dortmund fan, there are many German songs that they sing in the stadium or outside or whatever that's to do with them. So for me, one of the most important things that helped me to learn German and avoid making mistakes was singing to German songs, specifically to German songs where you can understand the lyrics and you can understand the sentences. And a lot of the songs that you need to listen to are a little bit of older German songs, but it doesn't matter. There are many songs on Spotify that you can listen to where you can really sing along and learn German and practice your German pronunciation. So there we go. This is the fun one, and I think the best one of all in order for you to learn German and enhance your pronunciation of the German words is listening to music on Spotify or wherever. There we go. Tip number 8, listen to German music and sing along in the shower. So there we go. That's it with all the tips. All I have to say now is thank you very much for watching. If you've got all this way into the video, I really think you're so fantastic. Now, wait, before you go anywhere, there is many other videos that you can watch on my channel. And if you're interested in maybe programming or Borussia Dortmund, I've got a whole bunch of videos. Also, if you're interested in making a YouTube channel, I've got videos about giving you tips and tricks about things to concentrate on whilst making your videos. Otherwise, like I said, if you want to learn how to make your own website or anything to do with that, check out my channel. There's a link in the video description below. Okay, with that said, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I want to say thank you to Blondie and Curly Fries for helping me out with this video. Thank you very much. Right, okay, that's enough of you listening to me. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and write any feedback that you do have in the comments section down below. Thank you very much once again. Click one of the videos on the screen to watch another one of my videos. That's it. Bye. See you in the next video. And don't forget to come and join me on Facebook. And if you are on Facebook, give me a like and write a comment down below. Bye. See you in the next video.